Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is Poltergeist, the deck featuring a healthy dose of the horror enchantment Men from Dusk Morn. This is essentially a tempo deck where we're racing the opponent to see who gets to 0 first. To help our cause, we have some unblockable men, as well as a way to make our guys sneak past the enemy defenders for hits. We do have some removals, but we're mostly focused on getting in for damages and working on the opponent's life total. We've included plenty of card draw as well to keep pressure up even when our men are sniped. Fear of Lost Teeth is our one drop that we hope will get in for a point or two. But if he's quickly outclassed, he does a great job of blocking men that are much bigger. His Die's trigger will deal a point to anything on the board and gain us a life as well. This ability makes him able to trade with 2/2 men or take out a pair of 1/1s. The opponent will surely lose some teeth, one way or another. Fear of Isolation is only a 3 of in the deck, since early on we don't want to be bouncing stuff back to our hand. It's a great 2/3 flyer that is likely to be able to get in for damages. Our targets to bounce back to hand are the pair of rooms we have, especially Bottomless Pool, which lets us bounce one of the enemy men for 1 blue mana. Returning a Plumecreed Escort can also be a good idea, since that will let us give something hexproof at instant speed, though the surprise will be out of the bag. The Plumecreed Escort became a necessity when we were taking way too many losses from opponents who were packing a large load out of removals. With the Escort, we can use it to stop targeted removals and keep our men on board to keep reducing the opponent's life total. Plus, the Escort is a little flying threat once it's landed. The Hallcreeper is the all-star of the deck as it gets in for hits turn after turn while bypassing opposing defenders. His ability to copy another one of our men can be used to our advantage, but most of the time we'll want to copy another creeper, since doing so resets all its abilities and lets us keep drawing cards and adding counters. Drown in Ichor is solid removal in the deck, as we can hit most early men that we need to snipe to win the damage race. The Proliferate helps as well. We can increase the counters on a creeper or add more loyalty to Kaito. Kaito the Cunning Infiltrator makes one of our men unblockable for a turn and gets bonus loyalty when our men hit the opponent. For -2 loyalty, we can make a 2/1 ninja token, which is great when the board is clear or if we need to rebuild after a board wipe. If we get his ultimate off, we'll get a 2/1 ninja every time a player plays a spell. Firing that off will be GG's. Thanks for coming to the big show. Enduring Curiosity is our big beater that comes down at instant speed and is card draw for every one of our men that gets in a hit on the opponent. Combining this effect with a similar effect in the locker room means we can go long with loads of card draw. The Bottomless Pool is excellent bounce, since it sticks around on board for us to bounce it with a Fear of Isolation. If we don't need to bounce enemy men, we can unlock the other part of the card, the locker room, and get more card draw when we go in for hits. The Virtue is a fantastic card, and as we mentioned, the deck does suffer from opponents who are loaded with removals, so this will be a great way to get our fallen men back from the grave. As a bonus, the Virtue is removal early and gets us 2 life. Don't leave home without the Virtue. Unholy Annex is more card draw that packs a punch later. Once we unlock the Ritual Chamber, we get a 6/6 demon token with flying, and the Unholy Annex will now drain the opponent for 2 life while we control the demon. If we have a creeper on board, we can copy the demon, and the creeper will turn into 6/6 demon as well, with the bonus of any +1/+1 counters we've added onto it. For lands, we've gone with the full set of Underground River, the Pain Duel in our colors, 4 Undercity Sewers, the Surveil Duel, 4 Gloomlake Verge, the island that becomes a duel once we have an island or swamp in play, 6 Swamp, and 6 islands. Playing the deck is fairly easy as decision points are usually not that difficult. The early turns are all about landing men and getting in for damages while we work on getting our card draw in play. Kaito is a serious weapon if we have a good amount of men on board. We can use him to make one of our men unblockable and use his loot ability to toss away extra lands. The Unholy Annex gives us a huge advantage with extra draw and in the mid to late game a sizable demon token. keep opposing men under control with timely removals, and use the escort to save our creeper from being sniped. Card draw is king and we have tons of it, but be patient and try not to toss cards at the opponent. Hit them with the ghosts and make them feel like they're in a horror movie. This is Poltergeist. That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
This is Mon Sewer Brown. You bet the sewer is brown, bro. Mon, is it brown? We kick things off with a shuffler special. We're loaded with 3 of our 4 enduring curiosities. We've got a pair of removals as well, but we want early men, Mull. Then we get another shuffler special with a creeper, a fear of lost teeth, an unholy Annex, and double curiosity. This will be fine. We draw a fear of imposters. It was shortly after this game that we decided to take them out and make room for the Plumecreed Escort, since what we really needed was to be able to keep our men on board. And the Escort proved to be able to do that better than the fear of imposters. They throw down a Necrogen Communion on their toxic guy. Very nifty, though. But we're still blocking regardless of what you threw on him. They get their guy back, which is just fine. Our poison count is still 0, and that's where we'd like to keep it for as long as possible. We'll land our creeper this turn. He might end up blocking, but we'd like to try to get some extra cards when we get in for hits. The opponent hesitates. Are they not sure they should swing in? Bring it, bro. They send it, and their hesitation makes me think that blocking here would be the best move for us. Sure, we trade away a great card for their crappy one, but we've cleared their men out now, and it's likely they'll need toxic men to pile up poison on us. Ah, yes, the trusty old Finn has found his way to our game. We don't have removals for him, but we do have some flashy men we can surprise them with. The first poison comes, and it's 5 all at once thanks to Finn's ability. Get out of town, Charlie Brown. You knew Finn was coming, but you also knew our fear was going to open up a can on his old booty. Can opened, and Finn goes to an early grave. For a second there, I was afraid they'd gotten another Finn, but it's only another Blight Belly, so that's fine. They send it, but we're ready to throw our fear in the way of the Blight Belly. We'll go up to 7 poison, and we might be in danger of going down due to poison. They were afraid of a counter, but we don't have another. They send in their guy, and we'll throw down our surprise. It's a horrible trade, but against Toxic, you do what you have to do. Fear of Lost Teeth will trade perfectly with their guy, and we have enough to unlock our demon. From here on out, we'll drain them for 2 while we have the demon token in play. They can't swing in, and we all know the game has turned against them. We've got draw, a big beater, and we're getting more and more ammo. The creeper could be pretty nice on board, but let's get in for damages first. They can't block the demon, and our fear can hold the ground. Damages, bro. Damages. Before the hit lands, we'll play out the other curiosity, and we'll get double the card draw. We've got 12 power on board, and we get them down to 9. Card draw, and powerful men got us back in the game. We draw a removal, and we'll snipe their guy before we send in the team. It's GG's for Mon Sewer downloading Brown. This is Talk to You. No, wait, it's Tuco. No, wait, it's Tuco. This time around, we get a 3-lander with double Kaito. He's good, but he can't hold the fort on his own. Mull. Then we get a shuffler special with some of our early men and a removal. This is much better. Keep your pants on. We'll ship the Curiosity. Unfortunately, it's a bit too heavy for the early game, and so down it goes. We're down to 4 cards already. So that kind of sucks, but we have a better hand than the first one. They play out a Link Breaker, and that's the first one I've ever seen get played. Small men aggro? Or are they something else? We get a second creeper, which is perfect. We can use them both to build up our advantage thanks to their card draw ability. To my surprise, they block up. They play out a Drain Assassin, which might make it more difficult to win a race. Let's go in for the card draw. Hopefully we get a land. We can't afford to fall too far behind. We do get a land, and we'll be able to keep pace. We could get the other creeper down, but I think it's probably best to snipe their Draining Assassin. We'll find it hard to get ahead if that guy sticks around. Get gone, girl. An unstoppable slasher is their play. That's even worse than the guy we sniped. We draw into another removal, which has the slasher's name on it. Let's get in for damages first, then snipe their slasher. It's a temporary measure, sure, but hopefully we have them down and out before the slasher gets back up and running. Small men aggro it is then. That's suddenly a lot of bodies on the other side, and we're very light on removals. One thing is sure, we need to play out the other creeper in order for the first creeper to copy it. This way the abilities get reset and we can use them again. They play out a Jasper Flint, a rather dangerous guy, and their damage output is suddenly a ton more than ours. We're going to need a few good draws to have a chance. We draw another removal, but before we decide on who gets to eat it, let's swing in and get our pair of draws. Maybe we can dig up another removal. At least we got our 4th land, and we can double spell. Let's make Jasper Flint eat it like a pie. Here they come. We'll go ahead and fire off our escort and use it to block the slasher. If we can hold off taking the half-life hit, we might be able to get them. Ouch. They had removal at the ready, and we'll be taking the entire hit from their team. That's a lot of damage we'll have to eat. It doesn't taste like pie, let me tell you. We did get another removal, and we can use it to put their slasher out of commission for what's likely to be the remainder of the game. We probably should go all in, but if they have another hasty guy, we'll be toast. Let's play it safe and send in only the small creeper. We get them down to 9, and we can get them down to 1 on our next attack. Unfortunately, the men we have in hand that we can play all require us to return one of our men back to hand. We're going to need a miracle. They don't add any more men to their board before they swing in. Well, let's block and take the 3 damages. This is going to be close. They take our escort right out of our own grave. It's going to come down to what we end up drawing. They give us the GG and drop another slasher. We've got a miracle to pull of. Here we go. We drew a removal and that will get us back to 4 life. Maybe there's a way we can get another turn if we play our cards right. Well, no use scrying over spilled mana. Let's get them down to 1, and then we'll use the virtue to snipe one of their men. If we hit the slasher, we won't have that to worry about. Then we can play out one of our fears and return a creeper back to our hand. We'll be able to block the escort. And the rest of their men is only 3 damage. The problem is, if they have a removal, we're cooked. Let's see if they got something for our blocker. They don't have the critical removal and will block the escort. That's only 3 from their unblocked men. Did we do it? Did we whip a miracle out of our pants? If that had been a pump spell instead of something that gives indestructible, we would have been done. And that's going to be GG's. We take this one when it looked like we were headed towards a loss. It doesn't matter that they take another card from our grave. Our guy is unblockable. Thanks for coming on the big show. This is Kodama of the West. No, wait, it's Kai Selsama. Nice magic trick, bro. We get a shuffler special with a double Kaito. The shuffler really wants us to play Kaito. Very well, bro. Keep your pants on. If we get a 3rd land, we'll be in business, and the draw from the creeper might be able to get us there. All right, creeper, get in there and get some stuff done. That's not a 3rd land. Let's see if we can smack one up with the creeper. Apparently not. Well, this is going to be tough. But my underoos are sturdy. We get to 3, but before trying to play anything out, let's get in for damages. What the? They bounce our creeper after the hit. Do they even know they could have done that before damage? Makes you wonder if they have a counter. Let's see. Creeper inbound once again, bro. On the plus side of getting the creeper bounced, we get another draw. That's a 4th land. We'd like to get our curiosity down soon, but let's go for the Unholy Annex first. With enough card draw, we can put up some real pressure. They play out a Jace, so they might be on mill, and with our draw, we're kind of helping them. We'll have to tone it down, maybe. They burn out their Jace. That's a whole 15 cards gone from our deck.
Your entire mind ravels.
We'll go in for the hit that will add counters to our creeper. Last time they bounced it, so let's see if they go for the same play. Maybe they don't have more bounce. Let's unlock the ritual chamber and get our big demon on board. We'll get a draw, and this time we'll drain them for 2 as well. We've drawn so much we're forced to toss cards. Let's send off a removal. They haven't dropped any men, and they might not even have any. Ouch, they hit us with a sunfall, and we'll lose our demon. But on the bright side, we have plenty of ammo in hand. We'll play out the creeper this turn, then surprise them with the curiosity at the end of their turn. If they have a parade of Jaces, we're done. There's only so many of those ultimates we can survive. They go for the -2 ability, and we'll only lose our top 3 cards.
No secret escapes.
And they were all lands. Thanks, bro, I didn't need to draw those. All right, let's plant the curiosity and take their Jace to Pound Town. They milled 3 lands, but we draw a land anyways. At least it's a surveil land. Let's see what we've got on top. It's another land. As much as I hate to keep it, I think we need to in case they have more mill headed our way. We'll play out Kaito. They have a token they can use to block, but if we make the curiosity unblockable, we can take down their Jace.
There's nothing I can't steal. Stick to the shadows.
All right, Jace, smell you later, bro. Get your sweaty underpants out of here.
A minor setback to Phyrexia's plan. Eyes open and forward.
They hit Kaito for 2, but maybe they know, and maybe they don't. But he gets a loyalty counter for every hit they take from our men. They'll never take him down with a 2/2 as long as we've got a pair of men in play. Our surveil land shows us another land on top. The train of lands keeps rolling. Shout out to the shuffler. The bottomless pool will deal with their token. Then we'll use Kaito to make the curiosity unblockable again, since they could make a fish token with their fountain port. We saw that, and we want our damages to go through.
They'll never see us coming.
Well, isn't that nice? They hit us with Etherize, one of our own weapons being used against us. They use a board wipe to take out one guy. Very nice, bro. Stained your shorts, have you? They're scared and running low on ammo. They follow up the wipe with a Ichor. That's the first time I've ever seen that. I'm not sure how that could work as a finisher. It's a very slow clock. We'll play out the curiosity and we'll be getting in for damages. Let's play out another bottomless pool and send their duck quacking. If they want it, they'll have to play it again. We'll use Kaito to loot, and we get another creeper. Let's send the other copy of Kaito we have in hand. No use having it when we can't play it out.
Don't worry, I'm in control.
Let's play out our fear while they're tapped out. We'll get back a bottomless pool to bounce their guy once they replay it. Drawing so many cards is a nice problem to have. They fire off another board wipe, but we've got 4 men in hand and 3 of which we can unload at instant speed. You go, girl. Very well done. They play out their flying chicken once again, but we have our bounce at the ready. We drew a removal and we'll use it to snipe their airborne turkey. It was Thanksgiving, not that long ago, and we like our turkey cooked and in the oven.
Time to make our move.
Kaito is so close to his ultimate. We'll go ahead and give him a +1 on his loyalty. An ultimate next turn will seal the deal if our men aren't able to get the
Found a
job
way
done.
in.
They throw down another turkey, and they probably think they'll be able to block, but we've got men to play out. Let's start with an escort. They see their game flash before their eyes. There's fear in that pause. They fire off a no more lies on our escort. We won't pay the 3 mana. We have another curiosity to bring down. They're going to need another counter to save their game. Our ghost cat lands and it's GG's. We'll bounce their turkey and snipe the token. That was quite a game. Sad to see it end, but we gotta keep rolling on to the next one. This is Skyrim. No wait, it's Skyism L. Bro, you're looking good with those horns. We get a 3-lander with a creeper and double bottomless pool. The escort is gravy for this cake. Keep your pants on. They go for an opt when they see our creeper. They might be on mono blue, that's a possibility. Reanimator then. All that's left is a squirming emergence to pop up. By the looks of things, I doubt they're on Reanimator. Weird blue something for sure though. We'll play out our fear, then go in with the creeper. Let's hit their guy with a bottomless pool. They can spend their turn to play it out again if they want. They check out their options, then replay their guy. They get some bounce and sent an Etherize to the grave. We'll know what to expect then. We'll play out our Surveil land this time around. Let's see what we've got on top. That's another escort, which could come in handy since they do have bounce in hand. Let's keep it. We'll play out the Unholy Annex. It's time to get to drawing cards. Then we can unlock the chamber to get our demon token. They play out a channeler. Let's see which ability they use. They draw. Apparently, their hand isn't where they'd like it to be. They could have bounced our creeper. They play out the Otter talent. This is a very weird combination of cards. We'll play out another pool and bounce their token. We'll hold off for now, not because we're afraid, but because we'll be forced to make our creeper into a copy of Fear of Lost Teeth, and I really don't want to do that. They really like that archaeologist, that's their second one. But all they do is sit around. They got a replication. I see what they're up to. They'll use the replication to copy their channeler and the talent to make things very difficult, along with some critical bounce, and they can fend off opponents until they swarm with tokens. Our surveil land shows us another annex on top. 1 is good, but 2 is better. I would like to snipe their channeler. It could be rather dangerous if they start making a bunch of copies of it. But the replication copies at the beginning of the upkeep, so we'll have another turn before they get any copies. Let's unlock the chamber and get our demon token. They bounced the demon token, but what they should have done was waited to bounce it until after we attacked with the creeper. Without a good target to copy, we'll hold off yet again. There's the replication, but their channeler is back in hand. All they can copy is the talent or one of the useless archaeologists. We have enough mana that we can keep up an escort if they try to target our demon token. Let's land the chamber and try this again. With a demon in play, we'll send in the creeper. We have a good copy target this time. Unless they can play out a flying blocker, we have 14 damages in the air. They make another archaeologist with their replication. Very nice. They go without plays? Are they giving up? Nope. They want to play tricks with time stop. Sure, bro. You go ahead and stop the clocks. A second time stop gives them another turn, but there's only so many of those they can play. Very nice, bro. They finally play out the channeler. And they're going for bounce on our token, but that's why we've got escorts. Let's play one out to protect the token. They fire off a 3 steps ahead. It looks like they want to copy their channeler and counter our escort. With them tapped out, we can go ahead and hex-proof the demon duo on our side. Negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full. Plus, we like our demons where they are. They try to bounce the other demon, but we have to decline. Negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full. That's going to be GG's. We've got lethal in the air and they have 0 blockers. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.